This is the 2021 Chattanooga Triathlon. What you see there is the aquarium. Chattanooga is a wonderful place for triathlons. Most people understand that that's swimming, biking, running. It's the three sports. Most people get intimidated typically by the swim, but it's something you can learn through a team effort, getting involved with a team. This was put on by Team Magic, but it's a great sport for all-around conditioning. Here's the finish line. Here's some of the crowd at the swim finish. Swim, of course, is the first thing on the agenda. It's a little bit intimidating to most. Bike is the second. There's lots of bikes here, lots of competitors, and then lastly, of course, is the run.
Okay, we're here again at the Chattanooga Triathlon, both the sprint and the Olympic distance. And we're here with Megan and Yoachim. Now, Megan doesn't qualify for the 50-plus age group yet, a couple more years, but Yoachim does, and they're unique because they really go as a team. They motivate each other, they train together, they do events together, so that can make a big difference in your motivation to have a partner that motivates you. So tell us a little bit about how the two of you help each other and do these events and maintain your health and fitness, and what it's meant to your life, what it's meant to be in shape.
Sure. Well, I think that just starting from the small parts of this, like we're each other's motivation to get out of bed. So
right.
If the alarm goes off and I see him get out of bed, I'm more likely to get out of bed to train, because that's when we do most of our training, is early mornings. So it really starts with that first alarm in the morning, is because if one of us gets out, the other one has that motivation to get out too.
Yeah, and Megan, you teach spin class too, right? So I mean, you're always staying in shape just because you're a trainer.
Yeah, I do teach some spin classes, and I'm also a coach, so I know that it's putting in the time when you don't feel like you really want to, and being consistent about it. But being a trainer has helped me just do it when I've known I need to.
Yeah. And Yoachim, you have obviously a full-time position with Volkswagen,
yes,
but you still somehow are able to do enough training to do these strenuous events. How do you do that?
Well, we put in the time in the morning. We get up at 5:30 at the latest, and then we'll do an hour and a half, or whatever it takes.
Yeah.
And if time allows, we'll do some in the evening or long weekends. So there's literally no weekend where we don't do any biking or running usually on a Sunday. Long bikes on Saturday. I do most of the biking at home in our home gym, watching some other racing, watching some TV, do some other stuff.
So you can get on a stationary bike, get your mind off of the pain a little bit by watching something on TV, and get your training in at the same time.
Yeah, I invested in an IC8 bike. It's similar to a tri bike, not just a normal, regular stationary bike. It's set up as a tri bike. So it's similar to what you can do on the road. With the output, with the wattage, and so I know when I do something, I can, convert it to the road.
Now you guys have done a bunch of events together. Would you estimate the amount of triathlons you've done together?
I've started the triathlon in 2015.
15?
And since we do the Chattanooga, and we've done a couple more, one in Panama City and one in Texas. I've done the full Ironman 2019.
I just did the Fort Worth, Texas Triathlon a couple weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So we did it in April, first time this year. During the COVID last year, so we put a lot of work in on the rower, believe it or not.
Did you?
We couldn't swim, and Megan started a new position with hydro, and we jumped on, and I put in a lot of work on the hydro.
Tell us about hydro. Personally, I believe that the stationary rowing machine is the best piece of equipment ever for all-around training.
I'll give you an example. On the Concept 2, I could not nearly do as much as I do on the hydro.
Really?
Yeah, I jumped on the concept too, like for 20 minutes. On the hydro, I do like almost an hour and a half, 2 hours a day.
Wow.
Yeah, so the hydro is a connected piece of equipment. It's a stationary rower, but the cool thing about it is their whole thing is live outdoor reality. So you've got this very, very, very smooth rower that is smoother than the Concept 2. But it gives you the feeling of being on the water, but you have video of an athlete in front of you. And hydro takes pride in employing Olympic athletes, national team athletes, that you row along with them. So they're actually in the water. And so you're really motivated by getting that beautiful scenery, but being led by real world athletes. And it's like he said, the motivation of having the scenery and having somebody talk you through your workout gets you to go longer. And the cool thing about rowing, like you said, John, is you work out 86% of your body's muscles.
86%.
86%.
Okay, I didn't know that, but that makes sense.
Yeah, so you're incorporating your largest muscles, which burn the most calories, of course, and really pump up your heart rate. And you get an amazing workout, not only cardiovascularly, but strength from your whole body. So anyway, so I work with Hydro. I'm a personal coach. So we have the ability to do one-on-one coaching through Zoom. And
we'll have to put your email on this video in case someone wants to get in touch with you.
Well, exactly. But I also, I have my own website and I do my own personal coaching as well.
What's your website?
It's meganhanewald.com.
Spell it.
MEGANHANEWALD.com.
Okay. So those of you that are watching and want to get involved in this, I think the best piece of equipment ever invented for overall training. It's the rowing.
So I put in the work in December, January, and February, and signed up for the Crash B in March, and finished second.
Wow.
So
did you see the Crash B?
Mm-hmm.
I was crazy. It was crazy how well.
And for example, like 3-4 years ago, I had a 7-minute flat. Now I'm at 6:36.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and it's really all the time of being able to be at home and work out the 2 a days. That's been one benefit of working from home.
Yeah,
But doing it and doing it right as a coach.
That's a good point. The fact that if you can't get out and do things and are in your home, that would probably be the best thing I could possibly recommend is
a right bike, a good rower.
Yeah.
Put in the work, have a good nice setup.
Yeah.
What has maintaining that health and fitness? What's that meant to your life? I mean, how can you put into words?
For both of us, we like to eat some sweets, so we get.
I'm there. I'm
with
with
the
you.
Sweets, and we put in the work, so we don't have to suffer the consequence.
Yeah.
That's our treat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's your payoff for all the sweat.
Yeah, but it's great knowing that we're always going to have a partner. In what we sign up for. Now I do row as well on the water, so that's one thing that Yoachim hasn't started with me because I have my own team of 4 women that we row with. I mean, I've got a world title in masters rowing.
I know,
Got
I love
national titles. And that's one thing that Yoachim doesn't do with me, but he'll continue the summer through triathlon. And as soon as my last triathlon is over, I will start with training for, the rowing season, the head races, the sprints.
Yeah, the Masters in Oak Ridge is coming up in August, right?
Yep.
August 12th, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely, just right in our neighborhood. And
which we'll probably try and get you and your 3 partners on a video.
Yeah, that would be, I'll be rowing in the D category for the first time, which is 50 plus, 50 to 55 average age with my partner, who is, I believe she's 52 right now, or 53.
Okay. And who is that going to be?
Shavanta.
Oh, it is Shavanta.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fantastic. Yep. Well, we'll love to do that. Any recommendations you make for people that are intimidated, scared, just don't know how to get started? What would you say to them?
Well, look for a coach and do the best you can and have fun.
Yeah, and as far as looking for a coach or even just a group of people, someone or a group of people to hold you accountable. And you don't have to be an athlete to start anything. You don't have to be thin. You don't have to be fit to start. Because all of that, your fitness builds, your confidence builds. You can start out feeling like you don't belong, but you do.
Yeah.
Just getting out there and trying and starting something one step at a time, one day at a time, you too can do this, can really achieve great things. Like, for example, today, a friend of mine who started riding a stationary bike, a connected fitness bike, he's here today. He's lost well over 120 pounds.
120 pounds. I love it.
He completed his first triathlon ever today.
If you see him, let me know. I'd like to get him on.
I will, yeah. He completed his first triathlon ever today. He signed up for his first half Ironman in a month. And he's killing it. And here is a gentleman in his mid-50s, never thought he could do anything like this. Kind of always wished and hoped, but then along his journey, made some big goals for himself, and he got there day by day, step by step.
That's great. Well, that's the encouragement we want this channel to provide to others, and just hearing your stories and how you two encourage one another, and how it's meant so much to you in your life, just your walk and this crazy thing we call life. It's being in shape just makes it so much different, and events and meeting people. It's definitely the way to go. Appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Thank
Thank you, John.
We want to thank you for watching RedefiningAging.us. I'm John Disterdick, your host. And our goal for the series is pretty simple. We just want to enhance the quality of people's lives. So if you know of an event that you think would be one for good for us to cover, please fill out the form on our website, and not only the event and what it is, where it is, when it is, and if there's a person you know that you think would be a good person for us to do a testimony on in some event, please let us know. And if you want a fuller description of my testimony, you can either go to johndisterdick.com and look under ministry, or you can go here at redefiningaging.us. We appreciate your viewership. God bless, and hope to see you on more shows.